minute, and then
is we'll actually, you can either do standing up or sitting down. And just to say before falling asleep, so you just have the feet shoulder width apart. And just breathe in and out. And we've got our friend today. What's the name of your Chaz? Chaz. We've got Chaz today, who's keeping us company. So he's doing dog tai chi. So we can do it, or you can do it sitting down. It's all fine. So we're just feeling the ground on the feet. We're going to breathe in and out, and then just stand for maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll ding the bell. So just notice the breath as it comes in and out. Notice the contact with the feet. Feel the head float. Feel the weight sink. Long breath in, long breath out. So Chad is very kindly providing us with some sounds. Chin tucked in, head floating, sink the hips. Just notice what it feels like to stand. You can do tiny movements if you want, tiny slow movements. So you're just gently allowing yourself to settle and release into a comfortable position. Is the door right, go towards shut. The back door shut, that's the main thing. So just check the feet. Now with the chin. Pulls in, sink the hips. Breathing in, breathing out. You might need to stop your standing exercise by cuddling the dog. That's gorgeous. No, I haven't got any snacks. Sorry, Chaz. Breathing in and out. So like all the animals, so all animals welcome to my Tai Chi classes. Breathing in and out, so we're nice and relaxed. Breathing in. Head floating, weight sinking. So any questions? Welcome. Any questions? Or we've got a special guest as well. Where's Chaz gone? He's over. Chaz.
Don't sniff there.
Yes, he's a friend of Chaz. You've met Chaz, haven't you?
Yes.
He's our special guest. Yeah, dogs welcome.
I'm going to
cats
sit on
welcome.
that chair.
Grab
I'll
you.
have one of those today.
Yeah, you just sit and relax, that's fine. We're just gonna do this. Children are welcome, grandchildren, babies, they're all welcome. I think the youngest Tai Chi person we had was 2. In the class. It was very good. She really liked it. I mean, what she did wasn't very good, but she joined in. Very enthusiastic. So, it's only part of the camp, so we've got our own dog therapist. Pet therapy, there we go, yeah, give him some love, yeah. So Chaz is going to go around and check our posture. No. Oh, because you're going into your pocket, he thinks you've got something nice in it. Oh dear. Yeah, there's been real issues with roadworks everywhere. It's been a nightmare. I mean, so I successfully managed to escape from up north. I arrived last night quite late. So it was an epic drive because they decided to close the A1 and then sent me on the diversion and then didn't bother completing the diversion. So then I got a bit, they didn't tell me it was all right to go back on again or how to go back on. It's a bit silly. But they're good at that, aren't they? Putting people on the diversion and then not completing the story. It seems to be a bit of a recurring theme when they do a lot of driving.
I know every one. I know every diversion.
It's very good.
Every side road and every old route.
Yeah, we stopped off at this sort of truck stop, which was fun. It was up the A1 somewhere. I don't know. I just thought, oh, it says truck stop. That sounds good. You don't drive a truck. That's why I want to go.
Make a breakfast.
Yeah, big breakfast. Yeah, nice. I mean, I just had the video. They had, oh, that's my, hang on, I better switch that back on. I'll put the music on. While we're bouncing, I'll put Julia back on. She's very good. He's got a brand new video, absolutely lovely music. Brilliant. I haven't seen the video, she does it. Just sounds. Very gently. So don't whack your arms on your legs too much because you don't want to frighten Chaz. So keep going, keep going, keep going. And stretching, little shake up the top and then too scary. No, I've had, I think the most interesting animal I had in my Tai Chi class, although it was online, but I did get to meet him, was Boris, the parakeet. And Boris would fly around the room, and then while Neil was doing her Tai Chi training, it would sit on her shoulder like a pirate parrot. And or to try and stand on her head. And if you're teaching a Zoom class, it's very difficult to keep a straight face if one of your students has got a parakeet sitting on her head. So just stretch up. Nice. So I think we were doing the Buzz One Gin, weren't we? Looking at the Buzz One Gin, and I had a look, and you could do them sitting down. Which is good. We've got some. We're having a sit down today. It's got nothing at the tail. Oh, so sweet. So just for those of you that are watching at home, bless you, Chaz. Chaz is going around all the people and getting nice colours. So just very gently. Just actually, yeah, we'll just very gently, just do a little bit of fun. Gently, let the slow back to release it. The chords sound really good on the wood. It's very soothing sound. Slowly. So this is the, if we go back to the waistline, so there's that going on. And at the same time, come a bit closer for the people watching at home. We like this, look, so it's like that. And it's just all very gentle. So I went up to Newcastle. I had 3 music concerts up there. But my older big brother lives in Newcastle. And I'm not actually, last time I saw him, Jo, his wife, was quite pregnant. And then I was really looking forward to meeting the baby. He's 12 now. He's lovely. He's really, really nice. So I was glad to. But Ellen chose. But the first thing, Ferris, my older Tai Chi brother, said to me, he took one look at me. He's an acupuncturist, so he does a lot of facial diagnosis. He watches people, and he fixes all the musicians and lawyers and accountants. Like, Hope's quite a big group that goes to his clinic. All these people go to his clinic. And I was at his graduation, which we then told me was 25 years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. And now I'm doing the other show. And he knows so much stuff. He's really, really clever. He took one look at me and went, "You're not standing enough. You're not practicing, you should practice more. Practice more standing." All right, because he's the older brother. So how this works in Tai Chi, whoever's your Tai Chi older brother or sister, if they tell you to do something, you go do it. So he's given me, I got him to do a little video for me, and I'll be practicing that. I'll text him later and say, I'm practicing standing still. Yeah. But he was like, well, he goes, well, I can't possibly teach you anything else if you haven't got this bit right. So, and he had, I think there was a teacher in the past who'd given him something to work on daily for like 2 years or something. And he hadn't quite done it diligently enough, so he went all the way to China and basically said, no, sorry, I can't teach you the next bit, you've not done this bit. So he was a bit, he had to, it's very funny. It was a cautionary tale, so if he, because he's given me something to practice, so when I next see him, I've got to have improved. Otherwise, he's
done.
Otherwise, no, I'll see him in a few months, otherwise I won't learn the next bit. Okay, just like this, breathe in like that, and then breathe out. So he doesn't actually teach publicly anymore. He only teaches, most of his students are much higher level than me teachers, but because I've known them for so long, I can get away with, you know, with his worst students. So most of his, yeah, he doesn't really, mostly prefers to just stick needles into people. And so why did you stop teaching publicly? Because people don't practice enough. So he's quite, he teaches very high. He's basically like a professor of music. Like you wouldn't go and see a professor of music if you just got your cello out when you're in class. You know. Both shoulders together, just nice and that's yeah, I need a thing. I mean, I won't remember what's I just need it explained, sure. It's not. Well, it was freezing in Newcastle, and the drive up was a little bit speechless. Well, it was the wind bit. I mean, I went nice and slow because of the wind, and it made my car kind of went like that bit. And I thought, this is interesting. But I went nice and slow, and I had lots of breaks. I had at least 2 breaks, long ones, and it took me a long time, but I was fine. And when I got there, it took me, I took 6.5 to get up there because I had a couple of breaks. And it was there was traffic as well, and I thought, well, there's no point because of the traffic. So now we're just going to do this one. There's no, when it's like that, and it's in unusual conditions, there's no point, and there was, yeah, so.
Only took me 6 hours to listen.
That's impressive.
Well, I've known it
Yeah.
so many years.
And I quite like to, you know, stop off and look at places because I don't get a chance to see these places. So on the way back, I stopped off at a nature reserve, a little one that I've never been at before. It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, really, really nice. So I wasn't gonna.
Yorkshire and your
Oh yeah, lovely.
one.
So we're just shutting the arms.
It's blowing up, there's a man there, and still coming to tell me it's going up again. It's,
Oh, one of my friends in Glasgow, we were asking, because the people around the country were all affected differently by this wind thing. A portaloo blew down his street, and he watched this portaloo being actually blown along the street, which we all thought was hilarious. And then people wrote with really terrible jokes about, I can't remember what it's something. It was really funny. I can't remember them, but I was reading them. It was very funny. I thought that's interesting. That's quite different from people's families, isn't it? Right? So I did all the music concerts went well, and that's it. So with this one again, all the movements you can adapt. So you can do a baby one. I'm doing the big one so you can see it. Yeah, it's like a stretch. So when you get hit, you can just feel that stretch. Well, I mean, I can really feel my stretch because of the driving I did. There were some silly people that were being a bit silly on the road, so I had to, you know,
You have to adjust.
yeah. I like to be nice and relaxed, and I also like it if someone wants to turn left or right, I'll get them. And you know, and if it's
So you
easier,
don't move until they turn their wheels,
that's right.
because
It's just nicer because then if someone wants to go and park, I'll stop and let them park,
Yeah.
things like that. Because then it's just much more pleasant. It's just, yeah, I much prefer that. I've got a big personal one. So, let's just do this. We'll just do some qigong today. Breathe in, breathe out, extend the fingers. So this is one I learned from Master Chen. Breathe in. Many years ago, breathe out. So yeah, my friend, I'm not. I've realised we first met in 1995. Yeah, it's very nice. But yeah, it was just after 12 years. I mean, we'd obviously chatted on Facebook and stuff and sent each other text messages every now and then. How are you? I'm all right. How's it going on? You know, and then, but you're not doing enough standing practice. Good. I thought, oh, okay, well, that was this welcome back to Newcastle.
it's all about it.
It was very hilly. Well, and the hotel then put us out. There was 5 flights of stairs, so I had a ball running up and down them, but I loved it. It was great. So there we go. Yeah, like that. So my legs felt quite strong. So sink down and then extend the legs. Drop that's it. And then let go between the shoulder blades, let go down the arm muscles. We'll do another arm exercise for shoulders actually after this, but we're just getting the arms nice and relaxed. So, not next week, but the week after, on Thursday and Friday, I shall be training with Grant Master. I'm just doing the 2 days. I was supposed to do 2.5, but actually I don't want to take too much time off work. I thought, well, Tai Chi, yeah. But I was played with a couple of very good high-level musicians on Sunday. One was a trombone player, the other was a flute player. And they were both shocking. They're both composers in that as well. So it was a bit like, oh, okay, but I did all right. And, so this time,
Oh, that's good. Very fun.
and then breathe out. It's a very nice town, Newcastle. I really like it. Yeah, that was one of Alex's. Alex, he'd been there with his dad since he was a baby, so he's really good. But I was very relieved to find out that he's actually only 38, so now I can stop him trying to, you know, I was like, oh, you know, I thought he was in his 40s because he was just because he knew so much and the way normally people get that level when they get to that level when they're in their late 40s. So I thought he was like, well, and actually he's only in his late 30s. But that's one of his. It's very good exercise. Okay, so this one was the one I learned from Ferry. So we won't do it too long. Come a bit closer. So there's what you're doing is you're, Kathy, lining up. That's it. What you're doing is you're lining up the pointy finger and the thumb with your cheek somehow. So I just did it like that. And then it makes like a sort of a triangle. And these are, they're not like that, but they're not like, oh.
That is different. Yeah, it says reach higher.
Oh, how interesting. So there's like a triangular thing, and then this bit,
You stay
it's
there.
like what to do that. Can you go and put it like that? And then we won't do it too long. But this one, when Ferris practices it, he does it for 20 minutes. Yeah. And I was telling him about the small standing and the long standing. He says, don't stand for longer than 45 minutes. I mean, I'd be lucky to stand for 5 minutes, really.
Which will be some paper, a home show.
Okay, and then we'll just let that relax, because it's quite. Any questions on the? So I was only shown that one on Sunday, so it's still, and I've got to text him and let him know I've done the practice. So the first one he does, just for completion's sake. So the one he starts his standing practice with, there's 4 postures he mostly uses. There's a lot more than that, but the main postures, he does 4 postures really. And what he does is he'll start like this, and then it's like you're reaching to grab something from the top shelf. So it's like that. There's an angle. So he says it's not like that. Some people do it like that. That's too much. He said this is better, and he does that as a detox. He said it's for detoxifying. So I will ask him. So basically, I've got to go away and practice these, and he holds these for 5 minutes each. So he goes from that one, breathe in and out, and then he goes to that one with the lining up with the chin thing. And then he goes to that one, which I've done with Emma. I've done that one already with Emma. So that one I didn't really need to learn because it's exactly the same as what she does. As far as I'm aware, but I might have missed some subtleties just because he's at a much higher level than me. You know, he teaches, he's like a professor level teaching teachers. I'm a community rehab teacher, so I'm at a different level. And then he comes up. Well, yeah, I mean, he won't teach community rehab.
Hasn't got the patience.
He hasn't got the, no, he really hasn't. Sorry, mate, but you haven't. And you need, and he has, and the thumbs. So when I did this with Emma, we did it that way, and he goes, no, don't do it that way. Do it like that. So you work on different things, and that's like a triangle, and it's yeah. And then, so we won't hold them too long, but just to let you know, is you build it. So if you practice it every day for maybe half a minute each, or maybe a minute each, that's all a minute of it. So it's like 5 minutes of practice. And then I'll usually finish with that. What we did at the beginning when we were doing our standing. So when I've done standing meditation with Gaia House, because they're the ones I'm trained with, they're teaching me to do the mindfulness. Which is another thing I'm dreadful for that. So I like to do something I find really difficult to do, because if you're that bad at something, you can only improve. And I find it, even like with the Gaia House people, they do it like this. They do the standing meditation like this, and then we've done the walking meditation where we just do this. And just very slowly, and it's exactly the same as the Tai Chi movement, so that's really handy because it works. But the way they do it, they don't look at the posture, whereas in the Tai Chi, we're looking at the posture. And with the standing exercises, that one. So it all starts with the detox, and then if you've had a heart thingy, I'll have to ask him about what the contrary, because I know you can't really you're not supposed, if you've got blood pressure and things, you're not supposed to do that. But if you're just doing it for a few seconds, that's not gonna, as long as you're not doing it for hours. So you build up towards doing each posture, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. This reminds me of the sandwich. I didn't tell him. He takes himself very seriously. That's our other difference. And then I said, have you got any women students? No, they've left. So it was because it's different. Women and men in general, I mean, there's always exceptions, tend to want, especially the young men, when they want to be able to fight with the Tai Chi. But women tend to just want to relax and feel a bit confident. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, with Eva, most people, she's in the late 70s now. So she's mostly squatting, and yeah, exactly. She's doing while I'm waffling, let's do something. So she's mainly doing things that work balance, squatting, back care, joint mobilizations, which is all in line with what current fitness science for the older population is saying. So there we are.
Sit down and shut up.
No. Move around, get strong. That's what we are trying to move around. So it's a bit like, so he does like kind of professor level, university level of Tai Chi, which I like to dip into every now and then. I'm quite happy. Well, the applications and the fighting, he doesn't do the fighting anymore. I've got a friend in Cornwall who still,
That's the part.
they'll do it very soft. They'll put all the punches and they'll move slowly, but they'll practice things out on each other. But nah. I mean, so heel toe. So I'll just watch. We'll join in a minute, and we can do some more movements with it as well. So I'm learning. I'm back learning with him because I want to be able to do health dance properly. The health dance as well, because it's a spontaneous movement, and he's very connected. But yeah. Like that. And I've got my Christmas shoes. They were great. So Ely and Burwell, when they teamed up and had a bit of a kitty for me. And out of that I got a pair of warm walking boots. So we're gonna go backwards as well. And I've got this nice bright red pair of Tai Chi shoes so people can see my feet. And then I have to carry as well. So that's really cool. You step backwards, watch out for your dog. So don't get told to watch out. So even though do. If you want to separate it into distinct stages, so have a look at the backwards. I'll do it this diagonal. So I'm feeling my feet. So I come out with 4 cats while I was in Newcastle. And when they were moving, not the older one, but the younger ones, they were very connected to how they moved. In the Tai Chi Classics, it says move like a cat. And yeah, the older one was very grumpy and kept yelling really loudly. And then when the younger cat kept trying to cuddle her, she'd hiss at it. Her paw, and I think that was really mean because she really liked her. But cats are weird. So anyway, so I transfer my weight, I draw my foot in. Then I step out, toe, heel. Then I move my weight. And I settle in that back foot. Then I draw my foot in. Then I step out. So this is what I do with Eva. I'll do it from the side view, so whoops, Daisy. Very easy. In this one, so. No, I mean, Eva's part of the teacher, and she teaches Tai Chi with so Mark Peters, but he just likes to teach a very small number of increasingly smaller number of people. But I've basically got to practice those four stances every single day for a while. And then when I see him in a few months, if I've improved, then he'll be able to show me the next bit. But if I haven't, then he won't. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. And I asked him about the triple heater. The triple heater, yeah, the sat jowl. So there's an exercise that works the triple heater. We'll do that. We'll do that at the end.
I thought it was a 3-hour electric line.
It's like that, yeah. He said it's to do with your connective tissue and your myofascial stuff, because he's actually looked into it and studied it. And also it's to do with something like communication between the parts of the body. And then it completely went over my head. So I'm going to have to ask him again. But at least that's a little bit more. My new osteopath does a bit of acupuncture. She might be able to say what it is in Dumbo enough language for me to meridian, and it's considered one of the organs of the body from a Chinese medicine perspective. But from a Western medical perspective, you can't find it. It's not like a heart or a liver or a gallbladder or an intestine and kidney and stuff. You've actually all got. Nice. So that's a balanced one. That's one balanced one. Okay, let's do some. That's,
I know it says 12.
that's really great.
It's 1360.
Let's stop. Oh, so handsome. Yes, you are. Lovely. Yeah, we'll do a bit of silver reading now. Bit of white tape off the fruit. Well, not, I'm actually not going anywhere this weekend. I'm staying put. Because I've done so much driving.
Home based.
Yeah. Been invited to a gig in London Sunday, but because we're not being paid, I'm actually, I don't know which one I'm in. It's a really, really, it's a bit like, there's always excellent musicians there that you can learn things off. I think I might be going to see my friend in Peterborough, to see some kingfishers. So I think I'd rather do that. The good thing about, because everyone's so friendly to them, you can actually see them very easily, and also because he's been watching them for decades, he can spot them. About 50 minutes, it's Arundel, so it's not too far at all. Really nice, very nice guy. And, he's a guy, he's just written a book, he wrote a book about the kingfishers, he's now writing a book about herons.
And Sharon sitting now.
He's got a thing about fish stealing birds, hasn't he? And then, yeah.
So,
I have to admit, yeah, I've seen some cranes, and I saw it was an egret of some. It was like one of the big egrets, right, big white. You've got the little egrets here, yeah. And then every now and then you get a great egret or whatever they call it, big. Oh, okay.
no, there's one sits on the road. Yes.
Yeah, I love herons though. I think they're amazing. But a lot of people don't like them because my friend Annetta doesn't like them because the heron ate all the fish. Every single fish got eaten. Well, he probably thought it was, oh look, someone provided me some nice lunch. Oh look, all you can eat buffet, marvellous. So I didn't really think it through. They eat all the fish. We're going to run out of food. So we've now changed. So he's the one I go and call the Nightingales with every year. Beautiful swans. This little tiny reserve. They only had two heights. One of them you had to climb over a fallen tree to get to it. So that was quite
That's the sort of incline you go to.
And there was nobody there except the little birds. It was brilliant. It wasn't like being at Titchwell, it was full of people chatting. It was really nice. I loved it. It was a bit damp and foggy, but it was wonderful. Which is why I was so laid back. So there we go. And the robins, I was listening to this robin singing. It sounds very different to the ones near the railway line in Cambridge. The accent was really interesting. It had a Newcastle accent. So.
Sparrows,
Spuggies, yeah. So now we're putting into this.
no, I'm just asking who.
What's that? Is that Newcastle? Spuggies?
Spuggies, yes.
What's that?
Spuggies. Sparrow.
Is it sparrow?
Oh,
What's they call that?
I've never heard it twice. I was in Newcastle.
Oh, so it's a colloquialism. Okay.
And in Shropshire, it's spaggies.
Spaggies in
Yes,
Shropshire.
spaggies or spaggies.
Spuggies for sparrows in Shropshire, or spuggies for sparrows in Newcastle. There we are. So the accent changes as well as the accents of the words, because they have regional accents. The direction. Okay, so that's fine. Any questions on? No? We'll carry on. We'll just do the summary. Years now. Well, it's the music, like, because I put some of this music on, and she was saying, oh, the cats don't like music, but when you put this music on, both cats were just breathing. It's the, I think, because there's extra like harmonics and things that are very plus the soothing. Yeah, they've got a lot more. You've not said hello to, but oh, you've not said hello here.
Then you talk. Yeah.
Just, actually, we go back to that one just to practice our. Yes. See you later. So if anyone's got an alpaca, they can bring it to class. I don't mind.
Down 10%, sorry.
Oh, I love alpacas. There was a lady I used to teach Tai Chi to privately, and I used to do sort of more private classes. I prefer teaching public classes actually, because you get to see more people at once. It's more fun. And I do teach privately on occasion, but the farm, she let her field. There was a person who had alpacas, and they stayed in her field. And I'd always go and say hello to them before I saw them. Very interesting animals. Really interesting. Yeah. Then we'll do this one. So like this. 1, 2. Don't worry if you haven't quite got it. This is a good one for the brain. Forward. Up. So I seem to have a lot of women in my classes. But then so does Eva. I think the women instructors tend to attract more women. Hopefully seeing Eli this evening. He's teaching a class at 6, and then I'm going to see Mike. So a lot of Tai Chi today. It's actually quite nice to do all day long. So Eli, when he was training with his dad, they just do Tai Chi all day long. Have breaks for like lunch, food breaks, laundry, and it was actually very unusual to only do it for an hour. So really, it's, yeah. You all right then? Fantastic. I take off the screws. Okay. So I'm teaching 2.1.
That's not right ago.
What is that one?
26.
So
So
we-
26.
Oh, we've only got 4 minutes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Do
Do you know, it's my friend Julia's music. It's just laces you out. I don't know what it is, but she called this one. Passing clouds. So this is called passing clouds. And it really is very nice. So we'll do a bit of one take off through the health exercise. Worry about it. We did a bit of, so it's just start it. So oh yes, yeah, well with benefits because you could have got away with not paying at all on notice. But I think, yes, I do need to, because I need to pay them some rent. Yeah, I can't work the new system at all for the rent, for the booking and things. There is, oh, thank you. No, I prefer to just let people who's on booking it know what I'm doing that way.
If you were able to stipulate like not just Mondays and Fridays, but if you have something I don't have, I myself.
because I haven't got.
So what would be easier for you if I said you hours?
Say,
days?
well, like saying more than Tuesdays and Fridays,
Yeah,
Mondays and Fridays is fine, but you said Monday, 9 to 12 is. Just state the time, so that I don't have to check.
yeah. Yeah, all right, I'll do the hours. And would it help if I gave you what I'm doing for the next few months?
Yeah.
Would that be better? All right, I'll go and work it out and I'll let you know, yeah, because I can do that. And then
I'm
that will
not sure
save.
I know what's the thing until just now.
I've no idea either. I probably forgot to do something, knowing me, so I won't worry about it. I mean, I'm fine.
I'm not very sorry.
It's fine. As long as things get done eventually, it doesn't really matter, does it? You know where I am. Okay, so we'll do heater and then we'll do embrace time. So triple heater. Like that. And you can do it sitting down too, so that's all fine. Down. Breathe in. So sand jar, it's three jars, three sort of cauldrons. It's like energy sort of generators. And it's to do with your connective tissue and your communication. And lots of other things that went way over my head, but that's a start, isn't it? Because I have lots of exercises that balance the three jars, the three heaters. Brace and time returns. This with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and back. Well done. Okay, so we've got to leave the chairs out, the fire will come in. Is that right? Yes. I can't remember.
Yes.
They are, okay, brilliant. Okay, thanks for watching. Oh, the milk arrived as well. Bye. Oh, there's the choir. Great. See you later. Bye.